meth made me a cross-dresser. And for a long time, I was actually scared to quit because I was afraid that I wouldn't want to cross-dress anymore.
Well, how often are you smoking meth?
I'd say a couple times a week.
Okay. How is that affecting your life?
It doesn't really.
Really? It doesn't? Smoking meth a couple weeks doesn't affect your life? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
This is Jake.
Jake, what's going on, man? How can I geck you today?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we could talk about what I texted you.
Go ahead.
Only relevant thing going on in my life.
Yeah.
I guess what I texted you was that meth made me a cross-dresser.
Yes, you said smoking meth made you a cross-dresser.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
It's really weird.
Tell me what happened.
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, it was like probably a little over a year ago. I had kind of fell into smoking dope and had started like having these thoughts of like what I'd look like as a girl and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
real quick before you go any further,
yeah.
Just, because I usually like smoking dope. I interpret usually to be pot. Are you talking about pot or meth?
Okay, yeah, meth. Sorry.
Okay, I guess like in the meth community, do they call it smoking dope?
From what I understand, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. It started like with like using like apps to, like change your gender and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized like I live alone, so like why can't I just do this myself?
Yeah.
So, I started ordering stuff on Amazon and trying stuff out like dresses and bras and things like that. And here I am a year later, like I cross-dress every day. Like anytime I'm at home, I'm basically cross-dressed.
Are you cross-dressed right now? Well, I guess you're in a... okay, I just... For context, you're... I totally forgot we're cutting this part out of the podcast, but for context, I'm just going to say this and we can leave this in. Like, there's a lot of times in this podcast where, like, I'll call somebody and they'll be, like, driving on the highway, which is what happened in this phone call, and then I'll have to wait for them to get off the highway, and we'll cut that part out. So I was going to just say just now, but you're in your car, so I assume you're not cross-dressing, but I realized that we're cutting out the part where I learn that you're in your car, and so that's why I'm giving the explanation just now. I'm going to assume that this what I just said made sense to anyone who's listening to it.
It did.
Anyway, you're in your car right now, so you're not cross-dressed.
No. I mean, I do go out, like, cross-dress sometimes. Like, I'll wear, like, girl jeans and things like that, but not like wearing a bra and stuff like that and tits and stuff.
So I guess, how old are you?
I am 34, I think, 34, 35.
And when did you start smoking meth?
I mean, I first tried it, like, I don't know, probably a decade ago.
Okay.
And then I went to rehab and stuff, and I've been good, and then, I don't know, fell off the wagon about a year ago.
And what was it about, like, so, I mean, you've been alive for 34 years, and you've been smoking meth for a decade. What was it about this particular hit of meth that made you realize you wanted to wear women's clothing?
I have no idea. I've spent so many nights and days thinking about this, and I have no idea, because it didn't happen any other time, but I think it probably had to do with something about me, like, living alone and having the opportunity to do so.
Sure. So,
yeah.
So anytime you're at home alone, you're wearing women's clothing?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay. Well, and are you having fun?
Yeah, I like it. It gives me a lot of comfort and makes me feel good and happy and stuff, man.
You ever do the tuck?
I've tried it. Not too comfortable.
No, I'm not talking about like I'm not like. Did you think I meant like the permanent tuck, where you kind of like you like actually like tape your dick to your anus kind of thing?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that sounds horrible. I couldn't do that. I don't know if any. I mean, I have a particularly like hairy taint, and so if I were to try to tuck, it would rip off my asshole hairs and be very painful.
Yeah, there's like special tape for it. There's like body tape.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not supposed to pull out hair and stuff like that.
No, I'm
yeah.
talking about more of like what's that guy's like a what's that guy's name? I'm talking about
Buffalo
more like a
Bill or
Buffalo Bill
whatever.
tuck. Yeah, Buffalo Bill tuck, where you just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, you don't really commit to it with tape or anything. You just kind of throw it back there and just to see what's up.
Kind of put it back there and see what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. All right. So, so when you get home, are you gonna put on a dress?
Yeah, I just got some new bras and stuff yesterday. You know, try
cool.
on.
So is this like a? Is this like a? I don't know. I guess are you hoping that this like evolves into like a new identity that you want to like wear out in public, or like what's where do you think this is heading? Is it heading anywhere? Is it just kind of a hobby? What are your thoughts?
It's definitely changed my life in quite a bit of ways. Like I started wearing nail polish. My nails are always painted. I mean, like I said, I wear some girl clothes out and about sometimes, but that's not really too weird because back in the day we used to all the guys wore girl jeans that were into like the music scene, stuff like that. But it's definitely changed who I am. I've definitely thought about like my gender identity as like non-binary, basically.
I'm always fascinated by people who discover this stuff later in life, because it seems like an awfully large thing to like lay dormant for so many years, and of all things be activated by smoking meth, I guess, as you're telling me.
Yeah, it makes me think that like I kind of had these thoughts like my whole life. It's like, I mean, when I was a kid, like I did get dressed up in dresses because I grew up with a sister and a mom, and that was it. And so that was like kind of normal to happen. But I don't know, like growing up, like through like my teen years and stuff like that, I would have never thought about like cross-dressing or anything like this.
So you're 34, you live alone. Do you have a job?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I drive cars around for Carvana.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you ever wear the clothes while you're working?
I have. I mean, I wear like not like, I don't really like blouses very much. They're kind of odd to wear out in public. They don't like look good on me unless you're like wearing like a bra and everything and stuff. But I'll wear like girls' t-shirts and like girls' pants and girls' shoes and like a thong and stuff like that to work.
So let's talk about the meth.
Yeah.
What's up with are you still smoking meth, or did you kind of?
Yeah.
Are you still smoking meth?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Well, how often are you smoking meth?
Not every day, but I'd say a couple times a week.
Okay. How is that affecting your life?
It doesn't really.
Really? It doesn't? Smoking meth a couple weeks doesn't affect your life?
No, I sleep every night. I still see my family. I go hang out with friends. Yeah.
Damn.
It's all still pretty normal.
I guess they
I don't know.
I guess a little bit of. I guess there was really nothing wrong. I guess there was really nothing wrong with a little bit of meth.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's basically Adderall, if you think about it.
Yeah, I guess. I was just joking. I don't stand by that statement at all. But I mean, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a lizard dude. Do you want to quit smoking meth, or are you kind of? Because that's, you know, what's a bummer is when you're smoking if you're someone like yourself, where like you're smoking just a little bit of meth, like not enough that it's ruining your life and like everything is going well. Because then it's really the guys who are like, you know, smoking meth in the gutter, where it's like, hey, you got to stop, or else, you know, you got to really get your whole life together. But you're doing okay, you know. But I mean, do you desire to stop smoking meth? I feel like it's probably a good idea. I don't. It's not a professional medical opinion, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I do. It's just because it's like I don't know, it's just dirty kind of. Like I don't like doing it. And for a long time, I was actually scared to quit because I was afraid that I wouldn't want to cross-dress anymore.
I'm
That
sorry.
sound
That's
crazy?
really. It's a little. It's very funny because you talk. I don't. It's funny because I don't get it. Like it's cool.
No, I know.
Like,
It's just
dude, totally
weird.
nothing
It's
wrong.
crazy,
Nothing
man.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with cross dressing. I don't get why you've linked it to meth for some reason.
I mean, that's the only thing. I've like looked online about it a little bit, and there's a lot of people that have said that like meth made me gay. Meth made me do like some non-straight things and stuff like that. And definitely cross-dressing was one of those that people had said that like meth had. It's apparently makes people a lot more feminine in some ways.
There are other people who are reporting on message boards that specifically meth made them want to cross-dress.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that on Quora.
Damn. Is Walter White secretly an LGBT icon?
You know, maybe.
Anyway. Well, I mean, look, here's what I'll say. Look, good for you on the cross-dressing. That sounds like it's improved your life. I'm not gonna say the same thing about the meth. I'm not gonna give you a good for you on the meth. I'm not gonna do that in good conscience. But have you ever been to like a counselor, therapist person to talk about any of this?
Not any of this yet. I've been meaning to get into like therapy, like a counselor and stuff, but
okay,
I just haven't gone in yet.
But so, I mean, you're cool otherwise. You have friends, you have a life, you have a job, you're happy. You're not like in the throes of misery every day.
No, I'm not like selling my couch to go get more dope and stuff like that. Like,
okay,
I've got a dog. I walk him every day. That's pretty good.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say, I never thought I would say this to someone, but you don't need meth to cross-dress. You can do that.
No.
Be totally
I know
sober
that now.
And wear whatever you want.
Yeah, but for a long time, I would only cross-dress like when I was smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's definitely evolved past that. But yeah, I've been saying this is my last bag every day or every other day or whatever for a while, but I think
guess
I
no, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was literally going to just interrupt you to say something stupid, and I'll say it eventually, but I want to hear what you were going to say.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I'll try to quit if you tell me to.
I don't. Here's what I will say, and I don't want. I think you should try to. I don't think you should try to quit because I told you to. You know, I think you should have more compelling reasons to quit, and I can. But I'll say I'll say, and I'm sure you do. I'll say this. I don't. I mean, I'm very happy that you sound like you're actually doing pretty well. I think. I am no medical expert, but I will say, anecdotally, I assume that your life will be improved by not smoking meth, and therefore, you should probably quit smoking meth. Is that what you wanted to hear from me?
It is.
Okay, good.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. And I think, and I'm happy. I'm happy for you that you've seemed to, despite all of this, found. Like navigated your life in such a way that you're happy and you're doing okay. Especially, I don't know your past, but it sounds like it wasn't always like that, and you kind of navigated to find a good rhythm for your life, and I think that's a really beautiful thing, and I'm proud of you for doing that.
Thanks.
And now that you've done that, you can probably quit smoking meth.
I can probably quit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got everything else going pretty good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to throw it away again.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm still trying to understand why meth makes people gay. Because that doesn't make I don't understand.
From what I read, like apparently like I said, it like makes people more feminine, but it apparently like does something with estrogen, like it heightens your estrogen levels.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's from what I read. I mean, as far as you can trust like people on Quora and stuff like that.
Well,
But
I thought it was something like if you're just awake until 6 a.m. every night, like, and your brain is just running. Yeah, like if you're awake, if you just don't sleep, and your brain is running through thoughts consistently all the time, eventually it runs into, how would I look in a bra and panties? That was my hypothesis. But the estrogen thing sounds more scientific.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Because I guess everyone has like if you just keep going through your brain, like you eventually find the gay thoughts part, and you know.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know how any of this works, but I'm happy that you're happy.
I'm not really sure either, but I'm here.
It was a pleasure talking to you, man. I really do hope you get clean. You sound like a real stand-up pleasure, a real good dude, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, man. It's been awesome talking to you. I never thought I'd get on. I just sent that text as like kind of like a throwaway, and then driving home it says Gecko calling.
Let me know if you quit meth. Send an Instagram DM. If I'm on the toilet one day looking at my DMs and I get a text from you and you're like, "Hey, I quit meth after you told me to," that would make me feel good. I mean, I wouldn't take credit for it because that's your own journey, but yeah, do that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Look forward to it.
Is there anything else you want to say? What's your name again?
Oh, Jake.
Jake, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Yeah, don't smoke meth.
There we go. All right. Put it on a t-shirt.
Right on. All right.
Take care.
Peace.
Jake was pretty chill. Definitely the chillest meth user I've ever ran into. I hope he quits and drives cars and hangs out. Nice person. Hey folks, this is Lyle. I am very excited to announce that I am going back on tour in 2024 to do Therapy Gecko live all across the country. If you've never been to one of my live shows before, they are extremely fun, unpredictable, wild evenings that involve a mix of group Gecko therapy sessions as well as some material and presentations from myself. And if you've been to the show before, I have new presentations and will, of course, be interviewing new people. If you're a fan of the podcast, you're going to have a great time at the live show, so I hope to see you guys there. Go to therapygeckotour.com or check the link in the episode description for a full list of cities where tickets are available. Also, if you don't see your city on the list of cities, please still click the link and RSVP with your phone number so I can contact you when tickets go on sale for your city, because I'm going to announce a bunch more dates very soon. Geck bless.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?
Peso the Pimp.
Peso the Pimp?
Yeah.
Interesting. It's like, do you know that guy?
Yeah.
I just found out about this guy. There's this guy. He's very famous. His name is Peso Plume.
Peso Pluma.
Peso Pluma. What's is that? Who's yelling in the back? You got a person yelling in the background.
That's my mom. My mom. They're going to Burger King.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd be yelling too if I was doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, just ignore the background. They're my family.
They're like planning their trip to Burger King. They're talking about what they're gonna eat there.
Yes. For me, I ain't going. It's tough with this financial situation, but I'm making it through.
Damn.
Yeah.
Burger King. Also, yeah, it's getting kind of Well, here's the hack. Let me tell you this is with any fast food place, if you order off like the regular menu, it's gonna run you like $15 for like a fucking hamburger, fries, and a drink. But that's why you gotta do. That's what everyone does. Is everyone just orders off the main menu. But all these places, they all have value menus, so you can get a cheeseburger for like $3. You know, you just gotta know what menu to order off of.
Yeah, because normally for me, I got no problem if I go by myself. But if I take my fiance to go eat, Like Wilbo, I'll start paying like $30, and I'm there like, man, it's like I don't remember. No, you're not expensive. Yeah, you know, she's here too in my room. I got her into listening to you. First she was just like, what the hell, a man dressed as a gecko talking to people, and then I'm there. It's like, yeah, man, he's a pretty chill guy. I like it.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Peso the pimp.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you a pimp?
No, I used to in GTA, my GTA character.
Okay, I'm talking about real life here.
Nah.
Okay.
My fiance would kill me if I was a pimp. She would
probably.
Murder me.
Probably. She
She'd
probably
murder
would.
me.
You seem like honestly seem like too nice of a guy to be a pimp.
Yeah, I'm nice in, how we call it, the free world. This is what I call it, because I work in a correctional facility as a prison guard. That's where I teach my attitude, like that. Yeah, because I'm a big teddy bear, basically. I'm a big teddy bear, and then when I go to work, I change like position, you know, because. You can't be a big teddy bear inside of a prison, man. They will take advantage of you. Like, just 2 weeks ago, they caught a female officer bringing in contraband to our unit. She was bringing in like 4 cans of tobacco and 3 cell phones into the unit, and now she's, I think, serving 2 years in prison now. And
wow.
It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, the type of shit I seen in this job, it really changed me, because I used to just be a construction guy, and whenever I used to start working in here, it changed me a lot. I seen a lot of messed up stuff in here. It's honestly, I should go see a therapist, but I don't feel like paying to someone to talk to me. Like, so usually what I do, I go fishing with my dad or with some friends, and we sit there and it's just quiet, and they're like, so they would say, oh, so how's your job? And I'm there, so, well, I know you can't relate. I just seen a guy just cut his throat open like last night because he forgot to take his psych meds. They were like, oh, what the hell? And I'm like, yeah, man, it's a crazy job. Also, it's kind of fun whenever there's an inmate acting up and we have to take care of him. Like, last time, this inmate, he was throwing feces at this one officer for no reason. He was throwing shit at an officer, and they told us, like, hey, handle him. And all right. And we got this one thing called 5-man team. So the 5-man team is armor squad. So what we do, we're in charge of controlling the inmates who are acting up. So I'm 5'11", almost 6 foot, 260 pounds of muscle, and they put me as the first man to go in and cell, and I have a riot shield all the time. So they were telling us, oh yeah, there's a inmate Rogers. Let's call him Rogers, right? So like, all right, and they would say, oh, Junior, go suit up. It's like, all right, we go suit up. They tell us our position. Junior, you're 1 man. Pedro, you're 2 man. This and that. And then I'm like, all right. And I remember that specific inmate. He said something that got personal to me. So I'm there. It's like, all right, it's showtime. Once they opened the cell, it was like a horrendous sight. This man put feces all over the floor, and he had a cup filled with piss, and he was swinging it everywhere, like throwing piss at everyone. And I'm there, it's like, man, what the hell did I sign up for? But anyway, we go, I tackle him down, he falls down, hits his head in the toilet. And we knocked him out. And he regained consciousness. And I'll tell you, this guy's like 6'8", 6'7", 300 pounds of muscle. So me and my coworkers, we're just on top of this man, and he's just like he also he was high because we found once we searched his cell, we found meth, bath salts, and there's a thing called it's like synthetic marijuana. It's called K2, and it's like it's marijuana mixed with we don't know what. Yeah. So we're there, like we'll punch him, and he will not give up. We will elbow him in the head, in the mouth, and he was not giving up. To the point that my coworker's like, oh, I'm gonna grab his balls and twist it, and that did not work. And I'm like, Jesus, it's like this man.
All right, your coworker. Well, you guys are authorized to grab someone's balls and twist them.
Well, that's use of force right there. Like for me personally, I will not do that. I'll punch you in the throat because there's a centerpiece in your throat area. And it's really sensitive. If you push in, like you run out of air. So I punched him in the throat, and he stopped. Like his circulation, like he's like started gasping for air. But I don't know. My coworker's kind of sus. I told her, I was like, hey, bro, you're kind of weird. You know, like why is the first thing to grab his balls and twist him? He's on meth. He won't feel nothing. But I have seen like the Turtle Squad fight an inmate who is like covered with Vaseline all over his body, and that he's like, and that they can't put hand restraints on him because the hand restraint slips. So they're fighting a guy with dick and ball out inside of a tiny little cell, and you just hear the commotion happen. And I'm
You ever see a greased up deaf guy from Family Guy, and it's like a naked guy covered in grease?
Yes.
Is it like that?
Yes, just like that.
That's wild.
And honestly, and then the worst part about this job, we gotta stay clean on purpose, like not on purpose, but on all the time. For me, I used to smoke a lot. I used to. Oh, I miss it. Oh, I used to get really, really high and eat edibles, and I miss it because I used to work as a custodian, and I used to get baked before entering to work and cleaning restrooms. And I forgot, there was this one guy that called in. He was a janitor, and he used to get drunk at work.
Yeah.
So I kind of related with him, but I used to get baked, and I'll put on my AirPods, drive the big machine to clean floors. I miss it a lot, but I was getting paid $10 an hour, and now I'm getting paid like 25, 26 an hour. But it comes with consequences because I've seen stuff that I don't want to see, and then my anger. I got anger issues. Now my anger issues are out the roof. And the worst part about this is that the prisons here is that they don't have AC. There's no AC. So during the summer, we have a whole bunch of use of forces where we pepper sprays. Like, it's mostly the idiots who can't control their anger or who cannot like control their inmates, that they always get in one argument, and that argument leads to a use of force. For me, I enter the cell block. Like, whenever they put me around the cell block, I enter. It's like, hey, look, if y'all want to be treated like shit, I'll treat you like shit. If you treat me with respect, you treat me with respect. It's not a hard job. You just gotta be chill. Also, I think I called for that. They suspected me of bringing in contraband to the unit, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, you mentioned that you sent me a text, and you mentioned that you were suspected of bringing contraband in.
Yeah.
Why were you suspected of bringing contraband in?
Look, so this is pretty stupid, man. So we work 6 days in, and we have 3 days off, right? And the schedule is weird. But last week my Sunday was Saturday. So I was sick since Thursday, and I was sick on my 3 days off. And on Sunday, on Easter, I called in because I was sick. And my lieutenant asked me, it's like, hey, why are you calling in? Oh, I'm sick. So, all right. and out of nowhere, that's the main reason, right? Because I come in Monday, my coworker's like, hey, you know, they got like a blacklist now, and they said that you're in it. It's like, for what? Calling in sick. I had like a bronchitis type of thing that I gotta have an air pump, and my cough was bad. Then I go, and the next day on Tuesday, I'm driving into work. I see my lieutenant outside, and my lieutenant pulls me out my truck. It's like, hey, we're gonna search your truck. And I was like, all right. And I was weirded out, and since my truck has a whole bunch of tools, they're like, oh, why you have this tool? Why you have this tool? I'm there. It's like, and I was mad. I was like, look, why y'all searching my truck? It's like, it's nothing serious. And it's like, oh no, we suspect you being contraband. You've been calling in a lot, which is stupid. I was like, man, look, I'm going to commercial driver license school. I'm trying to get out of here. I don't.
So that's what I was gonna ask. That's what I was gonna ask. All right. So I mean, look, it's a bummer that you know, you're having to restrain greased up naked people and get piss and shit thrown at you, and you don't make enough money to go get Burger King. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, I do, but it's just the payments, man. It will usually be my car payment and my insurance.
Mm-hmm.
But now, they totaled my car because of some hail damage, so I'm free up right now, and I wasted all my money right now getting party supplies for my girl. So that's the main. That's where all my money went. Buying
party supplies,
like food. Yeah, like food, mechanical bull. And she did not want the mechanical bull. I wanted the mechanical bull.
You bought. Wait, hold on. What's this party that you're throwing for her where you have a mechanical bull?
It's a birthday party, and it's don't bring a mechanical bull. It's like, man, bro, I'm in it. It's like it's fun. You never had a mechanical bull in your party, like you're missing out.
Okay. You in real life are mechanical bullying, fucking people on meth all the time. And so you're going to get a simulation of what you do every day.
Basically. It's fun. I like mechanical bulls. Okay. I'm not gonna say it like that, but I like riding the mechanical bull.
Okay. Anyway, so you're trying to. There's a few things I'm curious about. One is you said you have anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
What are you? What's making you angry?
Honestly, I've been having these anger issues since middle school. I used to get bullied. I used to get bullied a lot in middle school. And I was really quiet, I was a quiet kid playing Pokemon. Like Pokemon started trending in middle school again. I'm 20, by the way. And
wait,
Pokemon,
you're 20?
I forgot. Yeah, I'm 20.
You're only 20? That's so young to be doing all this shit.
My body, I'm 20 years old, but I feel like a 50-year-old man with this body, man. My body aches. I wish I was just back in middle school, But anyway, like in middle school, we used to play Pokemon, and Five Nights at Freddy's was coming out, and I don't know, some group of kids would pick on me all the time. I was kind of short and chubby, but then I couldn't really do nothing because it was just a group of guys, just picking on me. And then 7th grade, they started doing it again. 8th grade, I kind of popped off, and like I finally got tired of it, and I started hunting them down like one by one, and I would start beating the living shit out of them. And until my parents, we decided to move out, and we went up to a country, Splendora, Texas. Yeah, we moved out to Splendora, Texas, and it was pretty chill there. I kind of found peace, because being in the city compared to the country is way different, man. I'm mostly all my friends I made was in Splendora, Shout out to the boys. Y'all my favorites. Y'all the real ones. And there I stopped. Like, I felt peace, you know? I found people who I was, like, really close with and chill with until we moved back to Houston because my dad found a better job over here. And the same shit started rolling again, the same people. But now I knew how to fight and I knew how to defend myself. But it was a everyday thing where they start picking on me mentally. And then it got to the point where I was like, you know what, like, I'm tired of this shit. And I tried taking my life away. And I don't know, something stopped me about it. And I think it was my dog. I had this one dog. And man, it was my sister's dog. I used to take care of her. But now she passed away like 2 years ago. She was really old because I took care of her. She was a baby when I was 7. And basically that dog, each time I was feeling bad, I would always brush her hair. She was like a poodle. So I would brush her hair. It would bring me peace. And then whenever I started working in construction, first as a custodian, I was just baked all the time. So I found everything fun and happy. And then I went into it as an electrician. I felt like I don't know. I did that did not feel like my branch. Now I know I'm Hispanic and I'm covered with all these Hispanic men who are trying to take care of their families and everything. I'm just in there just to have a Camaro, save up for a Camaro. And once I got laid off, I entered as an operator with machines, and I found. Then they told me about this job of being a correctional officer. They start paying you off $23 an hour in a training academy, and I searched it up on YouTube. It was like, oh, let's see what they do, and I thought it was like, oh, okay, it's easy. Nah, it's way different once you started working in this thing, man. And I did not expect it. Like, I remember the first time they tried to throw like a mixture between semen, diarrhea, and piss at me. It was a 23-year-old guy, and he was psyching out that he didn't have his food tray. And I was just like, look, I gave you your food tray. You're just something's wrong with you, you know? And then I remember he's like, oh, I got you. And I walked away. This happened in restricted housing, so they cannot leave their cell at all. They stay in there the whole time, every time. And the only time they come out is to go take a shower, but they got to be on hand restraints. And I remember when I walked by, I felt like a vibe where I felt like something's going to go wrong here. And I stopped, and when I stopped, I seen like a mixture of like green stuff flying out the cell. And then he was like, oh, you should have gone closer so I could have dashed you. That's what they call it dashing. And I'm there like, oh, no, I'm not having that. So I started cussing him out. I got mad. And he was trying to do it again, but he was trying to refill with toilet water. So you can't do this at all. If they're inside the cell, you cannot pepper spray them. But I did not give a fuck. I went in, and it's like, you trying to dash me? It's like, oh yeah. And I told him to get closer. Like, don't be
my friend.
Don't be a bitch.
My friend. What's your name again?
Peso the Pimp.
Peso. You man, in your very short career as a human being, you've had piss and shit and cum thrown at you a pretty fair amount of times, haven't you?
Yeah. Dude,
so let's do this before we go. I want to get this.
Yeah.
I want to get this. I'm curious. What's next for you, man? Because you're doing all this crazy stuff, and this is crazy. It clearly has. I mean, I don't think working at Arkham Asylum is good for anyone's mental health.
Yeah, it is not.
And so, what's next for you? What are you going to do? First of all, you should try to talk to a real therapist because you seem like You know, you do seem like a smart guy who's self-aware. You know, I mean, a lot of people, they have these kind of issues and they just they let them fucking run wild and control their lives and never address it and never do anything to fix it. So, you know, I mean, being self-aware about the fact that you know, have anger issues and things that you need to get fixed is smart. I'll say, I'm curious. What do you want to do next? 'Cause you're trying to. I mean, for $25 an hour, you can find better jobs that don't involve, you know, getting having that do not involve cups of diarrhea in any capacity.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do next?
Right now I'm going to school to get my commercial driver license so I could drive trucks. You know, I like driving, so. And honestly, if I don't know, I sound like a kid when I say that. I wish I could be a race car driver, but you know, the money is expensive to start doing a career.
A race car driver. Dude, why not something where you're not going to get killed? I don't know why everyone wants to do something where they can get stabbed or in a fiery accident, you know?
Yeah, but right now I'm just going to be chilling, driving big trucks. And,
that's good.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I've been listening to you for a while, and honestly, I thought I was never going to be in. Each time I would listen to you, I was like, man, I could be in there, you know? Like have my Spotify episode and listen to my own voice on the radio, and I'm there. It's like, man, I wish, you know, I mean the radio, the stereo, whatever they call it. But, yeah.
Well, listen, Peso. Good luck, man. I wish I was more helpful on this, but I meant what I said. I think you're a I think you should reel it in. Right, reel it in. Right, you have a fiance. Did you say fiance?
Yeah, she's the best.
You're getting married?
Nah, not yet, not legally, but you know, I proposed to her, so
okay.
Yeah,
all right.
The most crazy.
Because I see within you a commendable, respectable family man who's, you know, waking up every day. You know, happy and proud of his life. You know, I see that in your future. Just like, you know, if you can get a handle on the anger issues and you know, again, work in a place where you're not getting diarrhea thrown at you all the time. You know, I see a nice future for yourself. So you know, hold steady, my friend Peso the Pimp. And by the way, and look, I'm not here to tell anyone what to do or criticize anyone's life decisions or anything like that. But, you know, I mean, maybe Peso, I don't know, Pimp. I mean, Pimps is so strong. Can we, is there anything else? Any other good P words than Pimp? Peso, the commendable person. Peso, the...
Yeah. The commendable person sound nice.
Peso, the commendable person. Let's do that. I'm Sesame Streeting your fucking name, but Peso, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go? Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the chat right now. Somebody said Peso the punctual. That's good. Like if you're applying for a job and someone's like, oh, this guy's very punctual. That could be good.
That sounds nice. Nah, but honestly, I got nothing to say. But chill. Okay then. She just came in to bother me, but yeah, honestly, I there's a lot of people who say a lot of motivating stuff before they leave the phone call, but I got nothing. I'm just trying to ask you a question. Okay. When you come into Houston, like
when am I coming? I'm coming to Houston in September, my friend. I'm coming back to the Secret Group, a great venue in Houston, Texas for comedy. So I'll be there in September. I'm very excited. Come on.
Yeah, I will buy your ticket no matter what. Because I seen whenever you were posting the cities and the dates, I was like, man, I don't see Houston.
I'll be in Houston in September. Don't go into debt. Don't take out a loan to get a ticket, but you know,
nah.
If you can, it'd be cool.
Nah, I'm gonna pull up.
All right,
But
man.
I'm gonna try to get back a little. Well, I do see a little belly on me, but I'm gonna be shredded when I get in there.
Yeah, enough. Put in some reps with that mechanical bull, and you'll have a 6-pack in no time.
Yes,
Here's what I'll do, and this is the last thing I'll say. Is here's what we'll do is you'll fucking go train on the mechanical bull, and then I'll give you a little piggyback ride, and I'll try to buck you off, and if you can last on my back for a full 60 seconds, I'll give you a T-shirt or something.
Yes, sir. All right, you got it.
All right, take care, Peso.
Right.
Thanks for calling, man.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gag. Have a good one.
Hi.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
How are you?
How am I? I'm doing okay. I am
Nice.
feeling good. I'm feeling caffeinated and dressed. I've noticed that's really the thing.
Oh,
Is
nice.
a lot of the times, like I'll be, if you're ever like just laying in bed in your underwear and you're depressed, just get dressed and go outside, and you'll feel so much better. All you have to do is get dressed. It's really the little things. I mean, granted, I'm dressed I'm not really dressed. I'm in a Gecko costume, which is a version of dressed, but I am wearing enough clothes to go outside and not get arrested, and that is, I think, the barometer by which we should all live. But how are you, Mackenzie? What is it you want to talk about today?
Yeah, so my sister is a very huge fan, and so am I, so we listen, and she thought it would be funny if I told my story. She calls it my second butthole.
You have a second butthole?
Yeah. Technically, not really. It's so, long story short, I had to go to the emergency room. I had a very large lump on the top of my butt crack. This is kind of nasty. But it turns out, ultimately, it was cellulitis. And my sister it's, inside joke now, because she initially was, like, squeezing it. It's really nasty.
Wait, hold on, real quick.
Yeah,
is this we did a whole episode about this. If you go, is this a polynidal cyst?
I think so. They told
You had
me
a
it was
polynidal
cellulitis.
cyst.
I think that's what it was.
There's a whole, if you go back into the archives of Therapy Gecko, there's a whole episode about, it's called the polynidal cyst. Yeah, I had a polynidal cyst fucking 5 years ago. Maybe it's a big lump on the top of your butt crack.
So painful.
Yeah, it's very painful.
Yeah.
Very painful. That's not really a butthole, though, because a hole is concave and a cyst is convex, I would say.
Well, that's the thing. It was because it was like it got so bad, because I thought it was just like an ingrown hair, and so I was trying to avoid going to the ER, and I was just trying to like treat it at home. So that's why she was squeezing it initially. But it got super painful, like to the point where I couldn't even sit down anymore. And so when they squeezed it, it was like literally just a hole from where the infection was.
You have it's kind of, I mean, I guess kind is the word. It's kind of your sister to squeeze your polynidal cyst for you.
Yeah, we're super close. Super close. And that only brought us closer.
Let me ask you this.
We're roommates.
Let me ask you this. What are you going to do for her in return?
Yeah. That is a good question. It's still definitely an open favor, but I mean, anything that she would ask of me, I would do it anyway. So we're just that close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it made a hole that you call your second butthole?
Yeah, well, she calls it my second butthole. I'm still kind of embarrassed about it. It happened a couple months ago, but yeah, because it's funny because I started talking to this guy, and then it happened like right after we started talking, and I couldn't tell him about it because we had only been talking for like a week, and that's embarrassing. So.
That's sixth base right there. Is if someone lets you fist their polynidal cyst hole.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't think I would let him do that, but.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. You should definitely save that for marriage. I agree.
Yeah, saving the second butthole for marriage is, I think, the best way to go.
Yeah, that's kind of like, well, you know how there's that loophole where it's like if it's just anal, it's not. They call it the poop hole loophole, where like God, like for Christian people, like if God doesn't care if you have premarital sex as long as it's in the butthole. I think that applies to the second butthole too. So a person could get DP'd in their first and second butthole, and God would, be like, yeah, go wild. I don't care. That doesn't count.
Well, have you ever heard that song? It's "Fuck Me in the Ass If You Love Jesus." It's like a parody.
Yeah. It's Garfunkel and Oates. Yeah. But there's no. I assume there's no like stimulation in the polynidal cyst hole.
Probably not. I haven't tried, and I personally don't think I would try.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely closed by now. I mean, I can't really see, so.
Is that a thing? Like,
have to ask my sister.
Do you think there are people out there in like, I don't know, BDSM communities or whatever who like they're so they desire to have sex on such a crazy kinky level that they actually get new holes physically, like surgically created within them, so that because like they're tired of getting fucked in like the mouth or the ass or the vagina, that they make a new hole, like intentionally. Do you think anyone's ever done that?
I definitely think so. I mean, anybody can really do anything they want if you really think about it.
Anything they want,
so it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but there's a lot of weird stuff that people could do that's technically not illegal.
There is.
So,
I guess I
could definitely see that.
Suicide, I think, is illegal, but like self-mutilation isn't illegal, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically no, but I mean, there's also like body modifications. Like for me, I have quite a few nose piercings and like tattoos, but I know people like, you see those people who have like gauges in their cheeks. I feel like something like that. That's basically creating a new hole.
Do you think anyone's ever been fucked in the gauge hole?
Oh, for sure. I would think so. It might not feel good, but I think so.
I don't think it'd feel good for anyone. It would be like if somebody made like an OK symbol with their hand and you fucked that.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, also the thing, and I don't know if this applies to all men, but some men, they'll fuck anything. So, no offense if that offends you, but
I'd fuck a gauge hole. Why not? Yeah. Just for like, I would fuck a gauge hole just because it would be like, I would fuck a gauge hole not because it would be like, I don't think there would be enough friction for it to be sexually satisfying, but it would be satisfying in the way of like, you ever see those like oddly satisfying videos on TikTok where like, two things just fit in a nice way? Like, if I found a gauge hole that was the exact circumference of my penis and I could put it in and it fit perfectly, that might give me an orgasm just from from the aesthetic of it, not any kind of like actual sexual stimulation.
Right.
That could be cool.
Exactly. It doesn't always have to be like the stimulation too, so
right.
I mean, I could agree.
Well, good luck. Is the cyst still there or is it gone?
No, it's been gone. They gave me antibiotics and it hasn't come back, but I'm scared it will, so I guess we'll see.
Well, listen, as one former polynidal cyst haver to another, stay strong, my brother. We will get through this together.
Thank you.
What's your name again?
We will. I appreciate that. It's Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Stay strong and don't stick your dick in anything dangerous.
That's smart. Well, see you later, dude.
Hope it's good advice. See you later. Bye.
I was thinking the other day about what it would be like to have sex with Bowser. Because there's a lot of like different. Bowser's kind of like a little BDSM freak. He's got all those like spiky arm bracelets and leg bracelets and stuff. You know, he definitely like if you were to fuck Bowser in the ass and you like you would like lay down on top of him so that you're kind of getting like acupuncture spiked into the stomach, and then his like spiky tail would be ripping up your ass. Well, no, because I think because the tail is above the ass, so I'm trying to think how that would work. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's not real. He's a fictional character, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I drank a Celsius before this, and this is not to say that Celsius makes you want to fuck Bowser, but like, you know, I'm on one, is I guess what I'm saying. All right.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Gecko's doing it right, he's teaching you how to live your life, but he's not